Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the big boy at Cho'Gath to take center stage. Now, lore-wise, he's one of the largest champions. I think the only champion that's actually larger than him is Aurelion Sol. I'm not too sure, though. If one of you guys could just double-check for me, that would be stellar. I'm too lazy to look it up now. But thanks to the wonderful magic that is scaling, the average-sized human is now either a bit shorter or a bit taller than him, so I don't know, maybe he's not that much of a problem. Now, Cho'Gath actually holds a very special place in my heart because he was the very first champion that I ever played in League, minus Ashe in the tutorial. And I only chose him because I thought he sounded really cool. I had all the free-to-play champions, and I thought, wow, he's a really cool-looking champion, and then I clicked on him, and then he sounded really cool, and I said, that is the guy I want to play, and then I went on to build nothing but health, because I won't die as quickly if I have more health, right? That's how the game works, of course. So I thought I would give the first champion I ever piloted a place here on the Stereotypes champions list, and that place is number 40. And before we get started, I would drop our little disclaimer so I don't piss off the Cho mains, but there's like 3 of them, and I'm fairly certain one of them doesn't even speak English. So I think we can just go straight into this one, okay? Okay, let's go. Much like what I said in the beginning, Cho'Gath was the first champion that I ever played, so this was the first skin I ever saw pretty much. And much like every new Cho'Gath player, this is the first skin that they'll see on this champion. So perhaps the stereotype isn't just the new guy, but it's the new guy who's getting into a new adventure. But if it's like a level 34 Cho'Gath with this skin, it's a smurf, and he's gonna survive a 5-man gank from tower, lane, and river, so you're fucked. These guys are the OG League players, like beta testing OG League players, so be wary. He's a pioneer of Cho'Gath builds, he's finding the new strats to change with the times, he's there every step of the way to give Cho'Gath a fighting chance in a game where 3 hits is the magic number to kill, where a champion can't be properly balanced, where a lane isn't seen as important as mid or bot. Gentlemen Cho'Gaths will always put their best selves forward no matter the situation. They'll be there to rally the troops, to call the shots, to make a play that might seem like a drop in the bucket when you look at the grand scheme of the whole match, but it was actually the turning point that wins the game. And while he might not give up, he does know when the game is over. Something, I don't know, like fucking Jurassic Park meme. Oh my god, watch me actually get a copyright strike for that. Like, for saying that movie's name, imagine just... If I get a copyright strike for just saying the fucking name, will not be surprised in the slightest. No, here for Stereotypes. Okay. I think I've seen the skin, like, 2 or 3 times. I think it's something like that. I don't know. Either way, the guy who had it was, like, average. So yeah, I guess there you go. Average guy. Total war pig. And I should know this because I use this skin, and I like to think that I'm not a shit Cho'Gath player, even though I haven't played Cho'Gath in a couple of years. So just to give a quick rundown on why this skin is a war pig, it's got that whole like Android big battlebot thing going on, so you've already got all the calculations figured out well before they happen. These people will overestimate how good they are and will end up failing spectacularly. And it'll be your fault because fuck you, you should have been ganking. Even though you're the 80 carry. So yeah. And I still forget that Cho's E can't be toggled on, so it's 3 fucking hits before cooldown. Thanks, Riot. You ruined my favorite fucking ability in the game. This is just an updated Jurassic Cho'Gath skin, if you ask me. This one's got a bit more meat on the bones, so I guess prehistoric Cho'Gath players have a bit more meat on the bones of skill. They're still average, but there's just like a little bit better at predicting their queue. That's really it. Oh yeah, real fucking nightmare here. Oh man, I'm scared running for the hills, tail between my legs, all that. Let's be real, the only nightmare I'm seeing is the old Cho'Gath splash art. I mean, come on, Rito Video Games. Actually making more games now, so that meme can finally fucking die, thank you. You could just, like, update the splash art a little bit. But then again, there is a part of me that sees this as a part of League history and should probably stay. So this guy is probably stuck in the past, the days where he was platinum, which was respectable back then. But now, give it about 6 seconds, and then everyone remembers that plat players are toxic as fuck, and this guy's peak belongs in a scrapbook. I don't think I've ever seen this one before. It's like Nessie. Elusive, mysterious. Not much is really known about it. Kind of like the people. You don't really know a lot about them. Okay, 100% honesty right now, I have nothing negative to say about this skin for 2 reasons. Number 1, every single time I have run into a Darkstar Cho'Gath in any match, this guy has been well above average. So when I see Darkstar Cho'Gath on my team, I'm expecting him to stomp the lane, and he does. If I see Darkstar Cho'Gath on the enemy team, I'm expecting my top lane to be 0-4 by 3 minutes. Don't ask me how that's possible, it just is. So, thank you, Darkstar Cho'Gath players. This skin has an overall positive perspective from me. And the number 2 reason as to why I don't have anything negative to say about this skin is that it was dedicated to a Make-A-Wish kid named Brian, who I believe unfortunately passed away after the skin was released. I forget what the fundraiser money was for. I know it was for research. I can't remember off the top of my head what it was specifically, but it was a few $1 million, I believe, was raised. So I really don't want to rag on this skin. Plus, it just looks really, really fucking nice. Like, shout out to Riot Design Team. Like, this is a really good Darkstar skin. I actually think it's the best one out of, like, all of them. So yeah, good job Riot for that one, and good job everybody for raising money to go towards very, very vital research. So yeah, Darkstar Cho'Gath, you have no negative stereotypes from me. Keep up the good work. And there we have it, folks. The Consumer of Worlds is added to the books. And with this episode, we are only 10 Skin Stereotypes videos away from 50. That'll be a special one. In fact, I want your guys' opinion on who you think I should be stereotyping for number 50. If you look in the upper right, I'm going to have a little poll there for you guys. You can go and vote. The reason I am doing this now instead of, say, at 48 or so is because the champions I have in mind have a lot of skins. So it's going to take a little bit of time for me to, put that script together. I don't know when I'll quote-unquote close the poll, probably a week or so, maybe 2 weeks after this video goes up. So yeah, make sure you vote for the champion you want to see. There'll be a few options there, so it's not just like 2. Maybe I'll put like 4 or something. I don't know. But folks, I want to thank you all so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed your stay. If you did, why not drop a like down below and subscribe as well if you want to stay up to date with everything that goes on with the channel. Maybe it's Skin Stereotypes, or maybe you want Trackmania, or maybe you just like the occasional shitpost every now and again. If you have a champion that you want me to stereotype, you can leave those suggestions in the comment section below. Any and all suggestions are more than welcome. I encourage it. And make sure you follow me on Twitter at L2KYT for all the little updates and shit that happens when I'm not making videos. But folks, that'll do it for me today. My name is Legion2K. I want to thank you all so much for stopping by, and I'm signing off.